Hey guys, don't have a lot of time on this phone today. I didn't delete some files. I think I mentioned on my short that I had some problems with the video, but yeah, it's gonna be a short one today. But today we're talking about, it's day 44, and we're talking about the song The Gambler. And I was just thinking about that this morning. It basically says, you gotta know when to hold them. It's just gambling, right? You're doing, poker. Gotta know when to hold them, gotta know when to fold them, and then you gotta know when to walk away, and then you gotta know when to run, right? So I think that applies to so much in life, right? I mean, whether it's like a bad job that you have, you might be like, hey, I'm making good money, but they're killing me, but I gotta stay on here for a little bit, and maybe you're gonna try to, just try to make some money and then try to find something else eventually, right? So you might be holding them and, and then, eventually you're going to find something else and then move on to the next job, right? And, whether it's, maybe it's something that you have, right? Something that, you're having problems with your car and just keeps on having problems, right? And you keep on holding it, but it's just causing you so much problem, costing you so much money. It's like, okay, well, I got to get rid of this thing, right? But it also applies to relationships. And, it's like, I guess everybody probably knows, like, I'm in right now a situation, where I think most people would probably run. It just got, things got so, there's a lot of stuff that's happened. So, I think my advice, if I had, if my son was in a relationship like this, or, anybody else that I care about, I would probably tell them, run for the hills. And I've actually, I've said that before to people, that were in some situations similar to mine. But and I kind of was at that point, right? Probably 2 weeks ago, I was ready to run for the hills, get some things done, get things signed, and then run. But after my wife's brother died, kind of things changed. I think there's been a little bit of a wake up on her part, and also wake up on my part. I mean, I was close to her brother too. I cared about him. I loved him as a brother too, and he's a good guy. Just he had an alcohol. I mean, not alcohol, but addiction. And this addiction stuff, yeah, you could be strong and everything else, but eventually the addiction tends to win. But yeah, so you realize, like, okay, this is your life, and what are you going to do with it? And I think I talked about the dating sites and stuff like that, and it's just like, for me, I just don't see a future in that. I just don't. And I talked to some people on the internet, but it's just not anything that I would ever see ever working, so I basically just shut the things down and shut down communications, because I'm not going to waste somebody else's time, right? It's not fair to them. I think there's actually good people out there, that are actually looking for good people, and I hope they find them, and I don't want to be a impediment to that. But yeah, I guess right now, if I was a gambler, I'd probably be in the hold'em phase, right? And just trying to see what happens here in the near future. And then it might be a walk away situation, right? If it doesn't, things don't improve, and I got to make those decisions, right? But I just hope it never gets to the part where I'm running, where it's just like, things are so bad, right? And the gambler is basically, like, there's guns involved and everything else, right? So you got to run. You got to get out of there because something really bad happened, right? So, yeah, I'm not trying to get to that point. I'm also keeping in my mental, what's best for my mental state. And honestly, I think when I'm out here walking, getting in my fitness, I feel better. I feel more confident. I feel stronger. Everything's better, when I'm working out. And, she has to work through issues on her side in her own mental space. And, I just don't know. I mean, I have no idea where this is going, honestly. Just kind of, seeing where things can go or possibly go. And that's where we are, guys. But I'm not getting my hopes up, that's for sure. Like I've said before, addiction is a scary beast, and she has to fix that, right? She has to fix those addictions. There's so many different types of addictions, right? But, there's also, things were said, things were done, and I don't know. It's how strong could it ever be, right? It's another thing you think about, right? But I don't know. Just kind of, as I said many times of her, I'm just riding this wave, and we're gonna have some ups and downs on this wave. But that's how it is in life too, right? We have ups and downs. So that's where I'm going. I'm just right now riding the wave. This wave crashes, I'll just get back on my board and go back out and try the next wave, right? So I just keeping an open mind, and the goal originally was just to be there as a good person, and just do what I think she would have done for me as well, because I think she would have. I really do. She helped me with my parents, and it's it means a lot, right? So, but yeah, so that's it on that, guys. I just hope you guys just keep that song in mind. Go check it out. I did sing it on my short. I'm not going to sing it again, but you can kind of hear and just think about it, right? There's also a movie. In fact, is it Gambler the movie or the song? I don't know. Maybe it's both. But go watch them both. I mean, it's good stuff.